Massachusetts at Hamden Street, and we're looking at one of the two convents on the campus of St. Jerome's Church campus. And this one happens to be the original Sisters of Providence convent. It was made 1890, and you can see it's very nice. It was made so well that hardly any improvements had to be made through the many years. It's now 133 years as of this year. Now, the Sisters of Providence had come to Holyoke in 1873, but they were mostly supposed to be social workers or nuns. And what happened was that Father Harkins, who was the priest at that point, had recruited them, but he also wanted them to be teachers. And they did so, but they didn't like doing it because that's not what they're trained for. The Notre Dame nuns who preceded them taught only girls, and so when the Notre Dame school started, and across the street the St. Jerome's Institute for Boys started, the girls 1869, the boys 1872, what happened was that Notre Dame nuns could only teach the girls, and private citizens, old women, taught the boys. Now, at some point Father Harkins got the Sisters of Providence to teach, and then they lived in apartments in nearby area until 1890, when they finally got their own convent. In 1912, and Patrick Harkins died in 1910, 1912, the Sisters of Providence left teachers, but stayed in Holyoke, and the Sisters of St. Joseph took over. So now this is the convent of Sisters of St. Joseph. And they stayed for a very long time in this area. They stayed in this convent for 90 years after that. So most of the history was of one order, but they weren't the beginning. Now this has been made into apartments. Now next to it, there's an old alleyway, but there's a chapel, and that chapel is a nun's chapel, very big nun's chapel. It's not called a ladies' chapel. A ladies' chapel is one dedicated to the Virgin Mary. This one's just for the nuns. It's called the St. Joseph Chapel. And the front of it, and we'll walk up there. Okay, you can see, we're still on the side of it, but you can see it has a mansard, and the roof is called a Second Empire roof, or a French roof. It's very close in design to what the rectory is like. It was built in 1869, and it was for the Notre Dame nuns. It's a convent of the Notre Dame nuns de Namur, and they came from Namur, France. And they started in 1869 because where we just left, and we'll point back there, that other convent was the location of the first school. And that first school was a white wooden-cladded building. It lasted there from 1869 to 1890, or I'm sorry, to 1886, when they built the school on Chestnut Street. So the nuns would go out the back to go to work at the school. Now that original wooden building was moved to Worcester Place and is gone by now. But even that, before 1890, it existed as a school for children in Holyoke on Elm Street, and they moved it from where that red pickup is right to this position. Okay, so a lot of things were going on. Now, the school for the Sisters of Providence and the Sisters of St. Joseph was across the street. We'll point to it. There's now a parking lot there. But they used to be there in that parking lot, the St. Jerome's Institute for Boys from 1872. It was the first Catholic school for boys in Western Massachusetts. So this Patrick Harkins was called the builder because he got so many things going. Now, if you look back at the convent, the Notre Dame nuns, its school was built along its side, and we're going to have a stop there. And what it's for, or what the school was for, was in the beginning just for the girls. It was called the Notre Dame School for Girls. It didn't stay that way. It ended up joining together with the boys in 1912. So a lot has happened here. Now, just to show you that the design is the same as the rectory, we're going to walk to the rectory. And you can see that the roof on this one, the third floor roof, is a French roof, a Second Empire roof, a slanted roof, right? And you can see above the windows a certain look on the second floor. Now we'll point out to the side of the convent, and look, it's the same. All right, they're the same because Patrick Harkins is the one that had them designed and made, and he loved that style very, very much. Okay, thank you for coming on this convent stop.